welcome, hola, what's good? Hey, y'all, hey. You are tuned in to Circle Up with Amanda Hurd. What's good, y'all? So here we are, Season 3, Episode 8. We are a week behind, so I have decided to go ahead and give you guys 2 episodes in 1 week. This is our way of catching up and giving you what we owe you. We normally do 10 episodes per season, and in order to stay on track, that means one of these weeks I have to double up. So I choose this week to go ahead and give you something worth waiting for. This week, this topic, we are going to be talking about insecurities. I absolutely am excited to share with you what I have and some tools and jewels or tricks that I use to help me with insecurities. I believe we all face some type of insecurity somewhere in our life. I believe that whether we show them or whether we've overcame them or just learn how to really manage our way through them, that an insecurity is something that finds its way popping up in our life. And so here's a few tricks and tools that I use. If you have some of your own, I encourage you to go to our Facebook page or our Instagram page, find this episode and just drop some of your jewels in the comments. Like, let us know what you use. Let us know some of the tips that maybe we can put into our lives. Maybe it's some things that we can apply to our lifestyles. And we're all here for one another. So just do me that favor. Go out there and drop some of your jewels and let it bless someone. So with no further wait, grab your snacks, drinks, and chairs, and let's get ready to circle up. Hey, y'all. Hey, thanks again for tuning in to Circle Up with Amanda Hurd. Before we jump in, I just want to say thank you. It means so much to me that all of you guys just pour out so much love and support and tune in weekly just to hear what it is that is being released on this platform. Something that many of you may not know. When I first started podcasting, one of my prayers to the Lord was that I was able to join a platform where others are already moving in His work, already doing a precious thing by spreading His word, spreading His goodness, allowing His love to just flow freely. There's nobody attacking one another, trying to expose their gifts, trying to fight to be better than the other, but just a place where everybody can work together. Everybody collectively comes together in their own way, in their own vibe, setting their own atmosphere, but all shining the light on Him, all glorifying Him. And I believe that this is definitely the place that He directed me to for a numerous of reasons, but one for sure, because this space is a space that I have the opportunity to create my own atmosphere. I have the opportunity to set the vibe exactly how I want it to be set. I also can tag team with other people that are out there doing exactly what I am doing, but in their own way, in the way that He has provided for them. If I listen to one of their episodes and they say something that is just inspiring or say something that just really uplifts me or something that is just super encouraging, I have the opportunity to get on my platform and to expose that in them and for them, and I can share their very same message without them getting upset or butthurt or just in their feelings. But I have the opportunity to share what they shared and allow people to go over there and join their vibe, or go over there and tune in to hear what they have to say, with nobody side-eyeballing me or making me feel out of place or out of whack because I don't sound exactly like them, or because I took something that they said. This is a community where the love is so strong, where everybody that I've ran into so far is just for each other, and I absolutely love that. So that's just something I wanted to throw out there. Circle Up is just growing. It's growing. It's growing. It's growing at its own pace, but it is growing, and I'm absolutely loving it. So again, I say thank you. If this is your first time tuning in, this is your first time clicking on Circle Up with Amanda Hurd, I welcome you to the family. Here we just love, and we love big. So we always share our tips, tools, and jewels that we have gained through different experiences, and just we lay them out there so that if it's something that you can use and you can apply to your lifeline that may help you overcome a situation that you're in, it is available with nothing attached to it but the love of God. And so we encourage you to share these podcasts, share these messages. You can say it how I said it or reword it how you heard it. We just absolutely love that it is a tool that you can be helped through. So thank you, thank you, thank you. We encourage you to run over to our Facebook, our Instagram at circleup_AH. Join the fam there. We have a group that is private. If you're more so a private person and you just want to keep it, keep it tight, keep it in the circle, that's all good. And then we have a public page, on Facebook that you can just keep up with all the inspiration. We put out newsletters every month with just something encouraging, something uplifting, and something that will help you focus somewhere to move forward in growth for that month. And so they have been extremely beneficial for me. I am positive that if you take a moment to read them and to apply the goals to your life, it is something that can help grow you, even if it's something that you already know. So that's always amazing. We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and that is, of course, on YouTube at Circle Up with Amanda Hurd, and that is HERD. Circle Up with Amanda Hurd. There's a lot of fun clips, a lot of bonus clips. We do a Tuesday, which is one of my favorite days because I chose that day to choose how I set my week. And so a lot of people, their week starts on Monday, which my week starts on Monday too. But Monday, I'm still kind of like getting myself together and trying to collect everything. I really just have not much time in my Monday. So Tuesday is the time where I'm calming down and starting to reset. And so on that day, I choose something motivating, something that's going to help guide and focus me throughout the week. And so I put up those posts every Tuesday. So if you need a little bit of encouraging, if you need something to help you choose something for the week to create good vibes and a good space, I encourage you to, subscribe and tune into those. And if you, for any reason, need to reach out to us, we are always here to help. We have many things that we can get you connected to. So whatever your issue is, whatever your problem is, feel free to contact us. Just send us an email at circleup.ah@gmail.com, and we will make sure that one of our team members reach out to you at our earliest convenience and get you to where you are trying to get. So once again, we thank you so much for all of your love, all of your support, and that's all for that. So now what you are here for, let's dive in. Insecurities. Oh my goodness, don't we all have some sorts of insecurities? Insecurities they're annoying. They're frustrating. They're aggravating. They are forceful. Insecurities are just not our biggest fans. They're out to get us, to attack us. They're out to stop us from reaching that place of purpose. They're out to control us. They're out to manipulate us. They're out to make us feel like we cannot be all that we are called to be, all that we inspire to be, all that we desire to grow into being. Insecurities are so aggravating. They're so frustrating. They're icky. They're disgusting. They drive me crazy. However, we wear our insecurities like they're the most beautiful thing in the world. We wear them like they're our lucky socks, our favorite coat, our favorite shade of makeup. We wear them like they're meant to be worn. We wear them as if no one can see them. We wear them like they're a part of our everyday attire. We wear them that in the sense that if we don't put them on, we feel as if people are looking at us funny. We feel awkward. We feel sometimes shamed. We feel embarrassed. Insecurities. Insecurities, insecurities. Oh, don't we love and hate our insecurities all at the same time? Let's talk about it. So, what brought me to this place of wanting to share some tools and some jewels that I've gained throughout overcoming some of my insecurities? And I do say some because I feel as if I still have some insecurities, which most of us may. But something that has helped me overcome the ones that I have overcome is this simple little tool, yet so powerful, right? This tool is called trust. Trust is so powerful. Trust is so powerful. You see, it's where we place our trust, depending on how powerful the trust is. When we place our trust in men, when we placed our trust in selves, you see, the power is a little less. It's a little weakened because men can only carry so much weight. Men can only obtain so much strength, right? Men can only go so far in our thoughts, in our ways, in our thinking. Man has the capability of failure, of letting down. Men and men not as and men just as in the sex, but men as in people, as in he, her, us. When we place our trust in human, better said, in humans, we can expect the power to have a limit, right? We can expect the strength to have a limit. But you see, I found on this journey that when you place your trust, right? When you place your trust in God, ooh, this is amazing. When you place that trust, the same amount of trust that you would place in men, he, her, him, she, us. When you place that same amount of trust, whether little or much, in God, you see, the strength is increased, the power is increased, the everything that you stand in belief of is now possible. You see, with men, us people, the possibilities are shaky. The possibilities are somewhat iffy. The possibilities depend on one's ability. But you see, when we place that trust in God, the possibilities become realities. The possibilities are now in a place where they can grow, where they can be exposed, where they can happen, where they can perform, where they can exist. Now, the possibility of something happening is a done deal. Now, of course, just because it is possible and just because it can be a done deal does not always mean that it will be. Because when we place our trust in God, we have to understand that God is full of wisdom, full of knowing, full of everything that we are not. So he's always going to weigh what it is that we're seeking for the best of us, right? And so when we place that in men, we can only see so far. We can only see what is yet in front of us. We can only see sometimes a little what is beyond that without the fulfillment of the Holy Spirit. And so that's just a deeper and different story. But it's just giving you an idea of how far men can see, how strong men can get, It's just giving you somewhat of an idea of the different levels of how far this thing can go. So when you place your trust in men, when you place your trust in people, it's possible that no matter what it is, whether it's good or bad for you, that if they can do it, they just may do it, right? But when you place that trust in God, it's being filtered through all the best filters for you, personalized for you. Because you may see that very same thing that didn't happen for you, although you placed your trust in God, happen for someone else. But you have to understand in that moment that that was for them. And that was a possibility for the best of their interests and not yours. Does not mean that there's something that you won't be able to get or you won't be able to reach. But it does mean that that wasn't fitting for you. Right? When you place this trust in God, I'm saying. So it's just very important. It's very, very important that as we grow into this tool of trust, we are being very cautious of where we are placing this trust. Because you can have an abundance of trust. You can trust someone with your entire life. But if they can't foresee what's best for you, then that trust is somewhat void, right? And don't worry, we're still on the route of insecurities. We're still in the place of insecurities. We're still going to highlight how insecurities ties into this. But right now, I just wanted to make it clear that the tool that I use to overcome my insecurities is trust, and trust not just in anyone, but in the one with a higher power, the one with all power. So this is how I work it out, right? There's a few things that really kind of had me put in a box. And those things really played a lot with my mind. They played a lot with who I grew to be. It played a lot with who I, was at one point of my life, what I did at one point of my life. It played a big role in the choices and decisions I made, because that insecurity had a lock on me. That insecurity had me weakened in an area that was connected to a stronger area that wasn't easy for me to shake off. And so when I began to bring those insecurities up, calling myself, exposing the insecurities to my close friends, or exposing those insecurities to the people that I trusted most, it's never that they exposed me. It's never that they took advantage of me in the place that I was at. But it's just that they could only bring me so far. And where they brought me wasn't a bad place. Where they got me to was not an empty place. However, it also wasn't a fulfilling place. It filled what it could fill, but it didn't fulfill the place that was yet empty. I still left their presence feeling the way that insecurity tied me down to. You see, when I was in their presence, I felt great. I felt good. I could be and do all of the things that I seen myself doing or being. But when I left them, it's as if I left that jewel as well. Until I found myself in the place where all of what I put into them, all of the energy, time, stories, and trust that I gave them, when I decided to give that to God, He began to work in me a new thing. You see, He began to allow this boldness to grow inside of me. And as that boldness grew, I began to expose Him. I began to glorify Him for that. And the more I glorified Him for that boldness, the less that insecurity was able to have control over me. You see, it was when I became so secure in Him for that area of my life that it didn't matter that I was insecure in myself, because He shielded that insecurity so long and so much that it grew weak, because everything that I needed to overcome that insecurity, I found myself seeking it in Him. And I lied to you not that when I placed that in Him, it's as if I can begin to feel Him moving in me. I can begin to feel Him breaking those chains off of me. On another level of what I'm saying is, I used to be so shy. And as a matter of fact, I still am. I still am extremely shy when it comes to showing my face before people, speaking before people, when it comes to having to deal with a lot of people that I don't know on a personal level, when it comes to just everybody watching me at one time. Like, I don't like being in big crowds of people. I don't like a whole lot of attention. I don't like feeling like there's something wrong with me. Like, when there's so many eyes set on me, it makes me feel like there's something wrong. And so I begin to close up on the inside. I begin to sometimes like rub my fingers together, or I hold on to my hands and kind of fiddle. I twist my ring around. I absolutely love when I have a piece of gum. I chew my gum, or another really good blocker that I would use are sunglasses. I love wearing dark sunglasses because I don't want to make direct eye contact. There's just so many different things that trigger that feeling of shyness, and it's crazy because when it happens all at once, I begin to feel insecure. I begin to feel like people are looking at things that I'm not confident in. And so when that happens, like I said, all of those previous things begin to start moving. It's like a natural. Sometimes I switch my stance. Like if I'm standing with all of my weight on my left leg, if I feel like everybody's looking at me and I'm just getting all giddy in the inside, sometimes I like cross my leg, or I start to fiddle. I start to move, and it feels like a bit of anxiety begins to play a role. But when I begin to allow God to enter into that place, when I begin to expose God in that place, all of those things don't matter. This boldness arises in the inside of me, and I become everything that I know I am not in the natural. I know I am not according to the things that I feel. He proves to me that I am so much more. He shows me that through him and because of him, I am everything that I am believing I am not. And the things that I believe people are looking at, or the things that I believe people are saying about me, or people are pointing out in me, or just the different things that anxiety begins to bring up in me, those things become numb. Those things become silent. No longer do I believe those things because of the boldness that I can feel working in the inside of me. And so it is at that place that I realize that it is not me being secure or being trustworthy in myself. It is not me being secure or being trustworthy in the words that my friends gave me, or in the words that mentors gave me, or in the words that do carry power, but it is those words that are connected to his spirit. It is those words that are connected to the very thing that he is breathing inside of me. It is in the boldness that is coming directly from him. So it's me trusting in him and him allowing those things to manifest inside of me, that now I don't need the shades. Now I don't need to twiddle at the hands. Now I don't need to switch my stance. Now I don't believe that people are looking at me because of X, Y, and Z. I believe that they're excited about something that they see, whether it's in me, which is him, or rather it's something that he has given me, which still leads back to him. And so that is where that tool is so powerful. That is where trust is so powerful, is so exposed in that moment. And so my encouragement to you today is those insecurities that you feel, those insecurities that try to tell anxiety to come and dwell inside of you, come and live inside of you. My encouragement for you today is to kill those things, is to uproot those things, is to allow the trust that you have put into people, into men. Allow that trust to work in your favor by picking it up from them and placing it in God. Placing it in the one who can move the mountain that is standing before you. Placing it in him that can break the chain that is holding you from it. Placing it in him that will allow a boldness to grow so mighty inside of you that the insecurity has no space to live. So I hope that this tip, this jewel, this is something that you can take and apply to your life today. And if this is something that you already do, I am so glad that it is helping you as it has helped me. I encourage you to share it with someone else. I encourage you to take what you know, take what you've learned, and allow someone else to benefit from it. And if this is something that you are excited about trying, I encourage you to try now. Don't wait for the insecurity to arise. Do it before the insecurity has time to pop up, has time to show up. Do it before. Throw it off course. Try it before you go out. And trust me, it doesn't just work for one type of insecurity. This is something that works all the way around. When I tell you I've experienced multiple insecurities, when I tell you I've had insecurities from the least to the greatest, and this very same tool worked. This very same tool has helped me through. I'm telling you because it's something that is so amazing I can't keep to myself. As I process and work my way through the different insecurities that I find myself facing, this is one tool that I'm for sure I can apply in any area and it will work. So once again, my friends, I encourage you to take this tool, take this jewel, pick it up and allow it to stick with you on the journey. Share this podcast with someone who you may know who is having a hard time facing their insecurities. Their insecurities with speaking, their insecurities in sharing their stories, their insecurities in their body, their insecurities in their speech, their insecurities in their school, their insecurities in their look, their insecurities in any area of life. If you've been helping someone, if you've been leading someone to a place to break free from their insecurities and you ran out of tools, I encourage you to share this tool with them. See how far it goes. See if it's something that they can use. Until then, welp, that's all that I have for you today. I love you lots. Once again, I thank you so dearly for tuning in to Circle Up with Amanda Hurd. Again, I say, run over to our Facebook, our Instagram, find this podcast section, and underneath, I encourage you to share your tips, your tools, the jewels that you've gained with facing your insecurities and how you overcame them. And if by any chance this was helpful to you, I also encourage you to just give this podcast a rating. Give it a thumbs up, tell somebody about it, share it. But with much love, until we meet again, love you lots. Bye.